Hello, good morning. August the 18th at Rugby Heartland HQ. NPC, Heartland Rugby, Test match week. We'll have a squiz at that, even though we've got no idea who's playing or who's on a plane or who's coming home. But first off, I'll just give a quick shout out to young Josh down there at Foursquare. I fixed the graphics this week. So there you go. Head off to Foursquare. Buy your $20 cheese and your $50 mints, and you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. But what we will do, because I know it's cheaper on the other side of the Alps, we'll bring in, and he's on time today. Hello, Mike.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, Heartland started. This week's middle flag, unfortunately, goes to the Swamp Foxes, who are on top of the table, who we will get to later, and then we'll get your thoughts on why the hammers were like one of those little kid plastic hammers. They had no bite, didn't they? But what we will quickly do is have a quick look, only because there's other people interested. And of course, if you want to ask us questions, just throw them in the old comments and we'll try and answer them. Well, try is the question. But last week, I'll just bring up the table because I don't have the results because I'm a bit worried at the moment with the way Facebook kicks us off. But started off on Thursday night. Shit, my Wellington Lions, they're playing like toothless pussycats at the moment. Got beaten 47-7 by North Harbour. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't know. I was actually quite surprised at that result. Caused a bit of stir online as well. Is it time to sound the alarm for Wellington yet, or not?
Yep. I mean, we were told Tuplessis Karifi was going to play one game at centre. One game.
Mm.
Now he's played two in a row.
Mm.
I understand he might be looking at making his, expanding his positional play and stuff, but getting back on the side of the scrum, there are plenty of centres here in Wellington or even in Australia. I don't know if you saw it. 27 Australians, the most ever, are playing in the NPC this year. That is absolutely crazy. Cheers to the guys at rugbydatabase.com. But yeah, no, not happy. First win away for North Harbour, I think, since 2023. So good on them. I'm sure my mate Jeff Alley up there at North Shore will be a happy camper. But then we thought, God, that was a shock. My God, Northland, the Tinifar, 42-0 over the Taranaki Bulls and scoring a try in 18 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's been well documented that Taranaki are suffering a lot of illness and injury at the moment, struggling to scrape a squad together. But yeah, that was a toweling, I think. The Tinifar will be fired up for this Thursday in Christchurch.
Oh, certainly will, especially after the Canterbury boys got out of jail there, winning 33-28 over Bay of Plenty. I was a bit annoyed with the way they word it on the television, like, Bay of Plenty let it slip, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, they got beaten. They just weren't good enough to win. Okay, so to all the northern TV producers out there from Auckland, stop talking up everything north of Taupo. I'm getting sick of it. And I've got a big bitch to have a go at later too about that. But Northland, they're experiencing some nosebleed there, in fourth place. Who would have picked Northland to be sitting in fourth place at this time of the season after a couple of games?
Not me.
No. So anyway, then we moved on to Saturday, and okay, let's get this right, okay? It was the first win by Hawke's Bay over the Evil Empire at Eden Park since the NPC started. It's not their first win ever, because they won there in the 60s and maybe even pre-NPC. But Hawke's Bay had won there, but it's the first time they've won there since the NPC started. And I just want to point out we both picked that. Well, I picked it anyway. But well done to the Magpies. So they're sitting pretty. Again, it's their championship to lose this year, I reckon. I saw a battle or two. The good wife walked in. I went, holy, 27-14. Come on, you turbos. You can do it. I picked you. I knew Otago would have a hangover, and I had to go and grab some dinner, I think. And I came back, and they lost 29-27. Talk about getting out of jail, Otago.
Yeah. I thought that was a great game. Otago. Yeah, well, Otago needed that win, didn't they?
They certainly did. And then, of course, on Sunday, wow, now that was a good game. I bet you that Waikato boys kicking himself not getting that conversion at the end, because that would have won it for them. Missed the conversion, 90 seconds to go. Did you give Southland any hope? I don't think a lot of people would have, because, knock-ons, forward passes and all that. But shit, in 90 seconds, they went from nowhere to taking out the game on the buzzer.
Yeah, I actually picked them to win that game. Rugby Park was going off. There was people everywhere. It was a great game. It was a great win by South, and they didn't give up. Paul Alatu, far out, he's unreal. Two tries. Jimmy Taylor, well, what more can you say? He's a young kid with a bright future.
Certainly is. And then we ended up with Kuranton Mawhalau scoring 5 tries for the Tasman Mako, who are back on the horse, I suppose you could say, after that huge win. It actually pushed them up into 7th place on the table. Wow, what do the counties have to do? They're scoring the points, but after 2 games, or 3 games, should I say, they're only sitting there with 1 bonus.
Yeah, they're not finishing the games off, are they? But yeah, good for Tasman to bounce back with a win, and he's a special kid as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's absolutely cray-cray. So we'll have a quick squiz at what's coming up in the NPC. So we do have a Ranfurly Shield on Thursday night. Whoop, whoop. Wifey normally phones the in-laws on a Thursday night, so she's normally there until at least 9 o'clock, so I'll be able to sit back and enjoy a Ranfurly Shield game on a Thursday. Canterbury, Northland at Takaha Stadium. Even though I love the way Northland do their social media, they're the champions at it with their digs after they beat teams, but I can't see them putting a flag on top of the new Takaha Stadium. I think Canterbury will come out firing. I think they would have got a rev up from the coaching staff after the game against Bay of Plenty. What do you reckon?
I'm picking Northland to win. I don't back Canterbury, but yeah, it's pretty good to have a Shield challenge on a Thursday night, isn't it? I'm sure there'll be a good crowd there, even though the kids have to go to school the next day and the parents have to go to work. But yeah, I'm expecting 2 full strength teams to be named, and I'm expecting Rivers Reihana to be very, very influential in this game. Yeah.
And to everybody watching on the YouTube and on the Facebook, we haven't crashed yet. So maybe the new Firefox browser is doing a lot better than the Chrome browser. Friday night, 7 o'clock, Battle of the Central Vikings. Oh, bring them back. Hawke's Bay at McLean Park, taking on Manawatu. There's only going to be one-way traffic here, isn't there?
Yeah, it's going to be a Harry Godfrey masterclass. I think I'm picking Hawke's Bay to win and win comfortably. Yeah,
and I'd just like to point out too, for all the Heartland faithful, wasn't it good to see 2 boys from Wanganui taking up the first 5 positions at Eden Park in the weekend, with Stephen Perifetta and Harry Godfrey going head-to-head at Eden Park for their provinces, but both of course, out of Wanganui. So there you go. There is a pathway for those young fellas at the end of the day. Tasman, they'll be happy to be back home in Nelson on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Sorry, 1:05. Was that on at 1:05? Oh, I suppose everyone needs to have a sleep before the test match. But on at 1:05, Tasman taking on Southland. Can Southland bounce back, or will Tasman continue their run?
I'm picking Southland to win. I think if they can beat Waikato the way they did last week, they can beat Tasman. Once again, I think it's going to be one up front, but I think the ball's going to be spun wide too because there's some exciting players on both teams. Hopefully, Michael Manson makes an appearance. I'm picking Southland there.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll go Tasman just to keep it all you me sort of attitude. Battle of the Bridge is on at 5:30. North Harbour taking on Auckland at North Harbour Stadium in Albany. I have to go North Harbour after their win against Wellington.
Yeah, I am going to go. I don't really want to pick Auckland, but no, I'm not going to pick Auckland. I'm going to pick North Harbour. They're on a roll, and I can't see it stopping.
Okay, and then Bay of Plenty at Rotorua host the Bulls of Taranaki, who will be hurt. I hate to see how many times they've run up Mount Egmont this week, but you'd think the Steamers will be too powerful for Taranaki.
Yeah, I'll pick Taranaki just to keep things interesting. Hopefully they've got a few more players available, and we're waiting the outcome of that fella that went off on the cart, so that didn't look too flat either, but he might be out for a couple of weeks, but no, I'll pick Taranaki.
Okay, I'll go Bay of Plenty. Waikato taking on Counties, another sort of local derby there. Back at FMG, Waikato will be absolutely spitting, losing to down there in Invercargill. I expect them to win by 20 plus.
Yep. Yeah, I'm in that camp too. They'll be hurting all right, and they'll come out firing, and they're going to wipe the floor of Counties. Yeah.
And then, of course, down there at the other roof, Forsyth Bar on Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock, we've got Otago taking on Wellington. Oh, yeah. My head is saying, Wellington, pack your bags, go home, come back next year. But I have to stay true to my colours and say Wellington.
Yeah, well, I'm going to stay true to my colours, and I'm going to back Otago in front of their faithful down at Forsyth Bar.
Yeah. Okay, so there's our picks for the week coming up. As I said, we've just looked at the table, so we can get out of that. But we can now start talking about Rugby Heartland. Woo woo! How exciting was round one? So, the King Country boys got up over Horowhenua, 45-41, took the Bill Osborne. That was a great game to watch. Did you catch that on the YouTube?
No, I didn't. I was actually out at junior prize giving at the rugby club, so I was watching two games at once. I had the Ranfurly Shield going on my phone, and then later on I actually watched Whanganui West Coast on the laptop, and then I tuned into the Hammers. So no, but it sounds like King Country, it was a good game. Horowhenua just unlucky. Horowhenua just unlucky, but I'll get on YouTube and watch most of the replays in the coming days anyway. So.
Yeah, it was a totally open and flowing game. It was actually quite an exciting one to watch. But Horowhenua left their late run too late, and but walked away with a couple of bonus points. So good on to them. But now I even said on Sport Nation last week, if anyone knows how to win Bill Osborne, King Country do. They've done that a couple of times now, winning it on the road. I haven't got all the stats for that off the top of my head, but they're sort of making Bill a bit of a home there in Taupo, Taranui, Tikawiti, whichever is their home ground at the moment. Our buddies, even with the blonde Hone Halawera, hey, they started off well. I gave him a bit of grief about that this week. He laughed when I asked him if blondes have more fun. But South Canterbury big road trip, found out that coming home they had to go back down to Gisborne, pass bloody road slips, get to Gisborne, fly to Auckland, fly to Christchurch, bus down to Timaru and get home about 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. Not much money saving going on there, but East Coast, they started well. And but, of course, South Canterbury never lost to them in the Heartland Championship, got up by 44-20.
Yeah, this is one of the games I've actually watched a replay of. It wasn't ideal conditions up there at Ruatoria. It was pretty wet and it was pretty cold. South Canterbury just didn't let their foot off the throat. I thought Siu Kakala had a great game. Willie Wright had a great game, couple of tries, and there was some good debuts from their other players. From all reports, they got looked after really well, which is one of the main things, isn't it, when you go away?
Oh, yeah, those oysters looked good, didn't they?
Did they what?
And then down the road there in Gisborne, they needed floodlights at the new rugby park upgrade, didn't they? It was as dark as a bloody dark. Dark as a cave, I suppose I could say. But 17-10 to Poverty Bay at half time there. I was sitting thinking, these conditions are not suiting the Wairarapa Bush boys. And but heck, they had a try disallowed. I thought they got it, but it got disallowed. And but they managed to strike back and then get a very late penalty. The referee did everything for the Weka boys to get up and win, even going, I think, 5 minutes into injury time where I didn't actually see an injury. Normally in that weather, they want to get off the field quickly. But the Bush kick off their campaign 2017.
Yeah, I thought that was a gritty win from Bush. Poverty Bay unlucky, but it's just a roll of the dice, and we're looking forward to playing Warwick Bush this week.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game, that one. And then the most craziest first 10 minutes in recent times in Heartland, 89-26 to Thames Valley, which sees them on top of the table. Buller walk away from Thames with 2 bonus points, which is as good as a draw, even though they conceded almost 100 points. But there was like 5-8 tries in the first 10 minutes. It was about 25,000 drop passes, missed tackles. It was all on. It was almost like they were saying, okay, we've got to get this game started. And they just came out of the box, just throwing everything at each other. Unfortunately, Thames got the better of the Buller boys.
Yeah, I thought it was a good effort from Buller. They were going to be hard-pressed to beat Thames Valley up there, but, another long road trip, plane flights and bus rides and stuff. But, Thames Valley come out firing, and they're looking good on top of the table.
Yeah. And then, of course, we go down to John Sturgeon Park, where Wanganui took on the Red and White of the coast. And, they might have 11 imports this year, but it looks like they picked the wrong 4 to play in this game, the Coasters. Wanganui, Juan, I can't even think of his name now. I'll just call him Juan. 27 points on debut for Wanganui. Second highest in Heartland on a debut performance. Again, thank you, Rugby Database. 62-21. That pretty much went to script, didn't it? Even with 10 debutants.
Yeah, the Wanganui fullback, Juan Tantrum was his name. He looked really good. He looked at ease, just doing his thing. But I actually was watching this game, and it was 21-27 at one stage to Wanganui, and then I kind of got busy and forgot about it, and then it obviously blew out. But I told you boys that Aleki would get the first try, and sure enough, he did. So. With a run down the side, just true Aleki style. I was hoping there would have been some TAB odds, but there wasn't. So.
Oh no, you didn't get it. Oh, okay. I thought there would have been, because they normally have 5 or 10 markets, don't they? Oh well, that's a shame. And then of course, best to last. Not in your eyes. North Otago, 37, the Lahore Cup champions from 2025, taking on the Meads Cup champions, and the Lahore Cup take the spoils, 37-26. I must say, right now, though, that was a try underneath the posts. Unfortunately, the referee did not see it at all. Great camera coverage, because it clearly showed Mid-Canterbury got the try. They got the free kick. They spun it out wide and intercept time. It became actually a 14-point try. You take 14 points off 37, 26-23. Would you agree with me there?
Yeah, I thought it was a try too, but it wasn't awarded, so we have to move on. But yeah, no, North Otago came out and threw everything at us. I think it was pretty much to be expected, and it was a game of high pace. The ball was going wide all the time. I thought Ben McCarthy and Hickey, the midfielder, he was running through us and running around us, and Ben McCarthy was running around us as well. And yeah, few mistakes, which is uncharacteristic, but a few standout performances as well from our boys. So yeah, even though we take the loss, it's early doors, and we'll come back to the showgrounds this weekend and take on what I think will be a very strong Warrior Bush side and a very physical game again.
Yeah, and also, welcome to the show for the first time in the Heartland season, Clarence. Great to have you on board. Again, if you want to ask us any questions, just throw them in the comments, people. We'll try and answer them. So where are we at then with the table? There's all our results again. I'll take this opportunity. So, everybody out there in the world, I update Tribe, okay? I have all the games on. I try to, and if I don't have coverage of the games, I have people on the ground throughout the whole motu. So, when you're seeing the results on Tribe, pretty much I try and get them on before they're even updated on the scoreboard on your TV. Now, if other social media platforms want to use these, put the word Tribe on it, because, a lot of money's gone into this system, and, it doesn't hurt people like Marty Banks' page, etc., and Rugby Mashup, and all these other ones that are out there because they're so influential. How about giving the boys at Tribe, who own Tribe, who provide a great service, how about, giving them a shout out? I don't want the shout out, not me. Give it to the boys at Tribe. Bitch number 2. Who watched Breakdown on Sunday night?
Not me.
Okay. We see everything. NPC, something about the girls' rugby, the All Blacks. Nowhere. I had to go through that program twice just in case I missed it on the old fast forward. Sky TV, give out the results on your Sunday show. I don't care if you get the logos wrong like you normally do, but please, can you give the rest of the country the results of the Heartland Championship? It does exist. I found that quite insulting to all the teams in Heartlands, right from the top to the bottom of the country. If you're going to be saying it's the people's game, it's all this, don't just sit there and then not even give them the time of day. I watched about 10 times the results of NPC coming across the bottom of the screen like we've got going across here for this weekend's games, and not once did they have the Heartland results. So pull your finger out and start giving Heartland a bit of love. That's all I'm saying, because that's where our next All Blacks are from. Where did the Cortez Ratama come from? Let me think. King Country? Just to name one. But anyway, so there you go. Oh, don't you like it when I get a bit angry? But as I said, the results again, 41-45. There is the Bill Osborne being handed over to King Country. Very bunch of happy lads there. I'm sure that was a good trip back to Tamaranui. And I'll just flick through all these because we've spoken about those. And the table, well, as I said, Thames are on top. with Wanganui, South Canterbury, North Otago and King Country all on 5 points. Wairarapa Bush sitting there on 4. Horowhenua picked up those 2 bonus points to sit in 7th. Poverty Bay picked up a bonus point for the loss, and so did your fellas. Oh, actually, I think you got it for the tries, didn't you? 4 tries. Buller, they picked up a bonus point. I did say 2 before. They picked up 1 bonus point. My bad. And East Coast ahead of West Coast. Oh, I don't know why I find that funny, but I do. But now we look forward to round 2. And we'll just quickly go through these games first, and then because I've got a special surprise coming up after this. So we've got Buller taking on North Otago at Victoria Square in Westport. King Country taking on Thames for the Bill Osborne Trophy. Mid Canterbury, as we've just said, taking on Wairarapa Bush. Poverty Bay hosting Horowhenua Kapiti, which is good for them because it's 2 home games in a row. South Canterbury will be hosting West Coast for the Coal Miners Trophy. And Wanganui will be hosting East Coast. So, first off, this weekend, Miti Kalu is bringing up his 100th cap. Anthony Ellis is bringing up his 100th cap. And Joel Hands will be bringing up his 50th cap. 250 caps in 3 players at Buller. How good?
Yeah, 3 Buller legends that are given a lot of years to the jersey and the team. It's good to see, you know. They're one of the teams out there that have got a lot of that have got a lot of big caps within their players. I think Isitora is another one. I think he cracked over 100 last year. You'll be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, no, it's great to see. Anthony Ellis has been around a long time.
Yeah, he certainly has, and he's such a legend of the game. And Mitty, he's got I think it's Mitty or Tora, one of the two. Been around for so long, they've got the Buller try scoring record. So, as I said, we do have some fun stuff here, so we can go through game by game. I'll try and blow this up a little bit. So, Buller taking on North Otago, all time, 46 games played. Buller's won 20, lost 26. Average score there was 21-17 between the teams, so not much between them. But when we head off to what they've done in Heartland, I'll just bring that up. I'm reading this out because I don't know if you can see it. The average scores actually balloons out to 35 points to 20. And as you can see there, only 2 green dots in Heartland Championship in 2014 and in 2017 was the last time that Buller got up over North Otago. Some big scores there. Last time out, 55-14 to North Otago, 71-10. The last time they played in Westport, it was 45-29 to North Otago. Bit of a closer game back there in 2018 before COVID, 30 points to 24. And their last one, 33-31, 2 times ago. So they've actually only played Buller, since they won in Buller once in the last 10 years.
Yeah, well, it's a hell of a road trip over to Westport, isn't it? And hopefully the weather plays ball for them. Buller back in front of their hometown supporters. I'll be happy about that. Yeah, I'm going to lean towards North Otago here. On the form that they've shown so far in the opening round, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll keep the faith. I think Buller could upset. Sure, they got thumped away, but remembering a couple of years ago, they got thumped away and came home and won. And if the weather does play ball, they tend to do quite well in the wet there at Westport. And so, yeah, I'm going to go for an upset. I'm going to go for the Buller boys to take that out by... I'm just going to go 7 and under. By 1. I don't care. So good luck to the Buller boys. Then, only because there was on our graphic a lot of games, as you can expect from they've only played 91 times. And King Country, though, lead this 52-35 in history. But the Heartland Championship's a little bit different. Thames just by 22 to 21 average score. So you can't really split these two teams. And with Bill Osborne on the radar here for the Swamp Foxes, it's going to be a tough battle.
Yeah, I'm picking King Country. I think Aaron Dunst is going to have his boys fired up, and I think this is going to be a really, really good game. King Country have got the players. They got the speed out wide. They got the forwards. So yeah, I reckon King Country are going to win, and win by 7.
Yeah, well, last time out, Thames Valley only got up by 24 points to 20, and even the time before that, it was 23 to 18. The last win that King Country had was in that pre-season game a couple of seasons ago, where they got up by 43 to 18 against a weakened Thames Valley side. They've only got a couple of Heartland wins. Well, actually, they've got more than that. I was just looking at that draw. So they have drawn matches before, so I'm guessing Bill Osborne, you don't have draws anymore. You all go to Golden Point, don't you? So, if you look back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back in the beginning of Heartland, King Country had it all over them. I might have to agree with you. I'm going to go King Country to take this out by 10 points.
Yeah, I think it's got the potential to be a very, very good game.
Yeah, I think so too. And remember, all this game's going to be played at the Tamaranui domain on the main trunk line there in Tamaranui. And I suppose only because I found my grandfather's gravesite there a couple of years ago, got a bit of a spiritual connection to that region. So yeah, I'll go King Country to take that. Right, Coal Miners Trophy. Average score 33 to 22 in the Heartlands. As you can see, South Canterbury have been really dominant with all the green there in Heartland. They've only dropped 4 matches since 2006. 30 wins, 7 losses since what year was that? Since 1912. I think there will be another green bar against the name of South Canterbury.
Yeah, it's hard to go past South Canterbury in this one back at home. Bit of a travel over for West Coast. Maybe they might jingle their team around a bit and make a few changes. Obviously, there's more lone players to feature yet, but yeah, I think South Canterbury should win and win comfortably. Hopefully, the weather should play ball, so if it's fine down in Timaru, should be some nice fast running rugby.
Well, I heard Jeremy Sutherland was in Ashburton yesterday. He was trying to find you. He said, "Where's Mike? Is he hiding behind a bush crying somewhere?" And I said, "I don't know." But he was floating around Ashburton somewhere yesterday, on the lookout for you to give you a hug. But,
and what was he doing in Ashburton?
Oh, he was at the pub.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's his crust. He makes sure that all the pubs are working correctly. But yeah, it's he was saying to me though, they are uncertain at this stage whether there will be live coverage of this game. He's going to be talking to young Tim, the CEO, because apparently it costs about $5,000 for them to do those live streams, and I don't know whether NZR are pumping money to these unions to provide that cost.
Well, put it this way. Unions get money to do stuff, right? It's up to them whether they want to live stream a game or whether they don't want to live stream a game. Judging by some of the comments on the South Canterbury social media pages last week when they were up in Rotoria, there was people asking for live streams. The only live stream they got was through Radio Ngāti Porou. Yes, it had its issues, but it's always had issues up there. Okay, yeah. So unions need to do their bit. Obviously, we're well aware that there's no televised games this year, so unions need to step up to the mark, especially when their teams are away, and give the supporters at home something to watch. It's as simple as that.
100%. And I did start seeing a couple of moments of that game, but what I also heard was apparently our good friends at Facebook were hitting Ngāti Pro up for copyright issues. We all know about that, don't we? Yeah, crazy. I don't know. How do you copyright your own content? I don't know. But anyhow, so yeah, South Canterbury, I reckon, will get up, and I think they'll win by 20. There you go.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption. I'll go 15.
Okay. Right, then we head back to Gisborne for Poverty Bay's second match against Horowhenua Kapiti. All-time 24-15 with a draw to the Poverty Bay boys since 1951. Horowhenua, though, have found it hard, as you can see, since they had a draw back there in 2014. Horowhenua went on a 3-game win streak. Poverty Bay are on a 3-game win streak. Before the draw, it was 5-1 to Poverty Bay. This is why I'm saying this is I wanted to show you these stats, because at the moment, Poverty Bay leading 26-24 average points in Heartland. I'm actually going to go the Weka to upset Horowhenua. I thought Horowhenua played well, but I think Poverty Bay held Wairarapa Bush really well last weekend, and I think Poverty Bay might upset here. Well, I don't know if you could call it an upset, but at home, they'll be wanting to hit the road with a win under their belts.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm picking Poverty Bay to win. They've got a lot of experience. Players, leaders, obviously Keanu Tamata and Shade Scudder, been around a while. Well-respected men within the union and within the group, and I think they should get the job done.
Yeah. And also, our tipping comp, only because I used my wild card, for everyone watching who's in the tipping comp, only a couple of people use the wild card during the season. You can double your points in your round. So don't forget to use your wild card. But a shout out to, and it's not me, to Kiwi K, who is currently leading after week 1. So congratulations, Kiwi K. Drop us a message. I might have something to flick your way. You never know. So there's still plenty of time to jump in and join. So go to facialfairs.com. Oh, the link's on our Facebook page. So just click the link and you can join in and use your wild card first up to catch up to the tipsters already. But anyway, sorry, had to throw in an advert for myself there. Right, here we go. Heartland. So you've been playing against each other only since 1988, which is a bit of a new, still a baby fixture really, Mid Canterbury Wairarapa Bush. But yeah, it's sort of been shared spoils along the way. As you can see there, you guys taking it out. Of course, the Meads Cup semi-final last year, where you just managed to steal it off the Wairarapa Bush guys. Average points there, 25-22. All time, 12 wins to Mid Canterbury and 9 lost with 1 draw. So I'll have to go with the boys from the Bush.
Yeah, well, if this game's going to be anything like the semi-final last year, we're in for a belter. I'm picking Mid Canterbury, but I'm also picking that there'll be some changes to the starting 15 this week. White Bush have got some big boys, as we've seen last year, and they won't be afraid to take us on.
Oh, yeah, no, it's going to be a huge battle, and it'll be interesting, too, to see how green and gold... Oh, no, you don't use hoops anymore, do you? Okay, so that's going to stand out quite well with the new red and white hoops. I was sort of but then I'm thinking about it over the week, and it's a good throwback because the old Bush Union used to have a couple of hoops, so it's a good nod to the Bush Union in Wairarapa Bush. Of course, Bush Union no longer exists, but it's a good throwback to the days when Wairarapa would play Bush and there were hoops running around the field. So I think it's pretty cool. And so how many points do you think they're going to win by?
7 and under.
Ooh, that close. And the weather this week, long range forecast for Ashburton, seeing you sitting there.
Gosh, it's a beautiful day here. We've had 2 really warm days, so if we get something like this and there's no wind on Saturday, I know for a fact the ground's in very, very good order. So yeah, we're in for a belter.
Okay, so that'll be something to look forward to, and watching it on the Tube U. It
will be. Oh, just a note: this game will be live streamed on Mid Canterbury's Facebook page.
Excellent. Okay, will do. Keep an eye out for that.
And sorry, I'll add to that. All our games at home will be streamed on our page.
Okay, so they're just on the Facebook page.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. No, we'll keep an eye out on that as well. And then the last game of the round there, we've got Wanganui taking on East Coast. I think it's the last game of the round. East Coast have only experienced 3 wins against the boys in blue. The Butcher boys, should I say. Last win was 2012 Meads Cup final. Who can ever forget that match? It was a classic humdinger, that one, wasn't it? They beat them twice that year, both at home. And before that, they could only win in 2001 since 1976. So only the 3 wins. Unfortunately, with the average score in Heartland of 46-14, you wouldn't be hard pressed to sort of think we'll be looking at a similar scoreline after last week's performance against West Coast.
I'm going to pick Wanganui to win. I think they should win comfortably, but you can't write off East Coast. They might make some changes. To be fair, the conditions last week weren't ideal, and we know what they're capable of on their day. They've got some very, very fast outside backs and some very, very experienced inside backs and forwards. So yeah, I'm expecting some changes in their starting 15 this week as well.
Yeah, well, Wanganui, of course, first home game for the new CEO there. I don't know the guy yet, so I can't even mention what his name is, but who took over from young Bridget. So, first Heartland home game for him. For me, if East Coast got up and won, yay. But, yeah, after watching how Wanganui did against and demolished West Coast in Greymouth, I can't sort of see it happening, which is a bit of a shame. So all the games, of course, kick off at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and really, really looking forward to it. So I suppose we have to now get into the All Blacks. So who's on a plane? Who's not on a plane? It was interesting that Ollie Norris comes home, and then they went, Noah Hotham's on the plane, and I'm thinking, oh, that's a fair swap, a scrum half for a prop. But then, of course, overnight, Salumai from Otago, he's on his way, from the Highlanders, he's on his way over there as well. Has anyone, because I've lost count, so what's that, about 5 now have come home. Caleb Clark is apparently out for the rest of the year. Still don't know where he got that injury. And they, with, what's his name? Mackenzie being sweated on because he hurt his ankle. Are we going to see Bowden Barrett at fullback for the test match this weekend?
No. I think Damien McKenzie will be fit. I think Cam Roigard will be fit. I think it's going to be Roigard to start, Cole Preston on the bench. I'm not too sure about Will Jordan yet, but if he doesn't start, well, there's enough cover there. We've got a new head coach and a team of selectors that know what they're doing. Just keep the faith, for God's sake. Because some of the comments on social media are just out the gate. Like with that prop, from the Highlanders, he's been picked for a reason.
Yeah.
Just give him a chance to do what he does best. You know, just
Yep.
if Will Jordan is fit, well, he'll start. It's as simple as that.
It is as simple as that. Ruben Love at number 10.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So it is interesting that they're making out that Roygaard's injured, but then Cortez Ratama's injured. Kyle Preston, he'll be on the bench, but I'm expecting to see Roygaard there because not even Rassie Erasmus can play mind games as well. We can play mind games too. We can throw out false media.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I mean, the mind games already started, and Rassie Erasmus is one of the biggest stirrers of the pot. You know, it's just how the All Blacks respond to it. You know, simple as that.
Yeah, and it will be interesting too because he normally names his team really, really early, and at the moment he's still sitting on it because he has no idea. So I reckon that the All Blacks should wait as well. You know, who's going to be the first to pull the trigger?
Yeah, I'm not too sure where Sir Khaleesi's at. Whether I doubt he will start, but they've got depth all over the park. But I'm expecting the teams to win. The team's been Thursday, isn't it? Thursday.
It'll be Wednesday or
Thursday. Yeah. I'm expecting probably a Thursday team naming, but I am expecting South Africa to name their team first.
Yeah, I think from after that game in South Africa, he was not looking happy, Khaleesi.
No.
So I wouldn't be surprised not to see him there. And for me, there was just elements in that game against the Bulls where I don't know. I mean, he hasn't done a lot recently, Beauden Barrett, but he ticked a couple of boxes for me. So I would have him at fullback, especially if Mackenzie's not playing. And but then, you still look at Will Jordan, don't you? And you go, oh, he's an awesome fullback. What about Josh Morby? 20 games this year, 20 tries. How can you not go past him? So, I mean, it's going to be, it is exciting. But please stop saying, oh, how good is it? And people who are watching this will know what I mean. You hear certain commentators on TV going, oh, how good is it? How good is it? Yeah, it is good. Calm down. Take it in. I mean, I'm just thinking back to getting up and Sparrow Park to watch the 76 tour. You know what I mean? And normally I do record these games. No, I'll be up at 3 a.m., not 2 o'clock, 3 a.m., get an extra hour's sleep. The kickoff's not till 3.
Is it 3 a.m. Sunday New Zealand time?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So, but otherwise, no, looking forward to it. And I actually think the ABs are going to do well. And I'll just stick with my normal run-of-the-mill and say All Blacks by 15 points. There we go.
Yeah, I'll go All Blacks by 12. Obviously they're going to have to name a full-strength side, and I certainly believe we've got the players to do it. Yeah,
and if they carry on playing at the speed they've been going on, I think they might actually run the Africans off their feet a little bit. Because I haven't really, that game against Argentina was a bit of a eye-opener. They were quite lucky around the field. And also Australia, they got up last week as well over Japan for the second time. They'll be heading to Argentina in a couple of weeks. I'm not too sure if that's actually part of the Rugby Championship. Have they got the Rugby Championship is on this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it must be
it's not a bad start to Les Kiss's tenure, is it?
No, and they played really, really well, and they're ticking all the boxes over there in Wallaby land. But for me, of course, New Zealand, South Africa, doesn't matter if it's a rivalry tour, which is just dumb. I hate that name. Or whatever. It's still the Bockies against the Blacks, and really, really looking forward to it. So that's pretty much the show for the day. Again, media in the world, start giving Heartland some love. Any last thoughts from down in Ashburton?
No, we're just full steam into round 2. Yeah, it'd be good to be at home. The boys are at home in front of the fans, so we'll see what comes of Saturday.
Okie dokie. Oh well, tune in. To those people that have emailed me and messaged me on Facebook. We do have all the links to the games that we've found on our Facebook page. On a Saturday, we'll share those links as well to YouTube and to Facebook pages. So, when you say whereabouts are the links, and I say they are below, it means they're below this comment. Have a look. Don't be lazy. Otherwise, until next week, hopefully celebrating an AB's victory, we'll keep you on the line, and we'll talk to you guys next week, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Catch us all
later.
later.
Thank you.